We are live. Shall I start recording?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
can start.
Can we? Yes. Good evening, everyone. Happy to get connected for this year also with you for this webinar series. Like this happened last year. This pandemic brought in lots of changes. The way we live, working remotely, automation, e-commerce are surviving, and any industry related to communication seen an expedited growth. So we all know that change is the only word which does not change unless changes. So it becomes important to know the latest job trends to help students to choose the better career. Webinar Series 1, What's Next Best? Decoding the latest job trends welcomes you all. I would like to call up on our Vice Principal and a Head in Charge of Department of Management Studies to deliver a welcome address.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good evening to all the members who have joined this meeting. Happy evening. As madam has told, this is a pandemic situation. We should be safe enough to acquire to this situation. It's very important. So it gives me an immense pleasure in welcoming the chief guest as well as today's speaker for the section. On behalf of the management, principal, HODs, and students, I extend a very, very warm welcome to our guest, Dr. JV Muruga, who's an expert actually in speaking a current scenario. Actually, it's laughing actually, but if you listen to him, really you'll be motivated by some words telling by in a real fact. Really, the topic he has chosen today is a quite different topic, which we can't able to judge. How I chiseled my career. Chiseled my career in sense how he made his career interestingly to go upon to this greater height. That is very important. So truly speaking, under this pandemic situations, everyone should be safe and healthy. At the same time, we should think of our career growth also side by side, because it is also too important for us to progress in our life. That is very important. So on behalf of the management and principal sir and HODs and students and the staffs of the management studies, I once again welcome our chief guest, Dr. Muruga. Next, I would like to extend a very, very warm and a hearty welcome to our beneficiaries. Beneficiaries, in sense, students and participants of this programs. Through these programs, they are going to get an immense knowledge and ideas thrown by the speaker regarding the job opportunities or the career growth in their career growth, so that they'll get an overall idea to progress in the next academic year also. So I heartily welcome all the participants as well as the students for this session. Next, I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to the faculty members of Management Studies MBA, because they are the backbone of this program, because it's the webinar series 1 hosted by the Management Studies group faculty members, particularly Gangadharan sir, Kabirdas Devi madam, and all other faculty members also. Again, other department faculty members also joined this session. I once again welcome all the faculty members who joined this sessions for this webinar. Again, a few words regarding this webinar. Actually, MBA department is hosting this webinar series 1 on the heading, What Next Best? So it's a different kind of word which is coined by the department. What next best? Okay, we have to look forward actually. Look forward in sense what you are going to do in the after our studies. So decoding the latest job trends is one of the important factor of this topic. At the current scenario, every student will be thinking what we are going to do after this pandemic situation, how we are going to search for a job, how we are going to find a job, how we are going to manage this post-corona period. So these are the things the students will be having in their mind. Don't worry, students. Really, God will help us, as well as our institution also will help you in coming out of this pandemic situations, as well as to face your career. Through this webinar series, you will be getting a very, very clear idea what to do next. Because this is the first series of this webinar. Again, we'll be having a next series. Again, next series. In each series, you got 3 speakers. Again, today is the first speaker who is going to throw lights upon the job opportunities as well as the career growth for all the MBA students as well as the other students. My sincere request is, please listen to the speaker and ask questions and clarify your doubts then and there. Okay, that is very important. Observe what the speaker says, because speaker himself says about him how he has grown in his life to this much height, because he's a vice president of a research foundation. So to reach these heights, what are the hurdles, what are the situations he has faced, how he overcome those things will be clearly explained by the person itself. So it will be a realistic one. Actually, it's going to be a very interesting one when the speaker says about himself in a meeting that in this way I passed upon various situations so that I reached this height. So this can be a great idea and a clear input for the students to manage their situations also. So on behalf of everybody else, I once again thank the Department of Management Studies for organizing this webinar. Again, I wish this webinar a great success, and once again welcome you all for this great section. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's speaker. We very fondly call him JVM, JV Muruga Lal Jeyan. So I always would like to address him JVM. He's currently serving as head and professor of aerospace engineering of LPU. His recent research areas are high-speed aerodynamics, flight instrumentation, and superconductivity electric aircrafts. So he is a former SPDE and elected as CEO of Economic International Singapore for 3 years. And he has published more than 30 international articles, and he holds 13 plus years of experience in the field of academic industry and research. He is connected very much to management. The reason he is an entrepreneur himself. He is the owner of John Plaza Shopping Mall, Vijay Apartments across South India. He has served 9+ years as head of aviation studies in various universities, and he has an excellent number of research scholars and students working under him in various research areas in and around India. He is a person who has received a prestigious Rashtriya Gaurav Award for his meritorious service by the former governor of Tamil Nadu and Assam. He is a life member for Aeronautical Society of India, IAETSD, the Institute of Engineers, the Indian Science Congress. He is also serving as editorial member for few international reputed journals. He has organized and chaired more than 15 international and national events. He has visited 8+ countries and 100+ universities around the globe. Recently, he has been elected as an organizing chair for aerospace stream of Second World Summit Indiana that is going to be held in USA. This may be just a glimpse of what JVM is, but my impression with a couple of interactions related to research discussion, I see him having an in-depth knowledge on Indian Vedic science. The talk was scheduled for just 5 to 10 minutes with him, but sorry, sir, I have to say this. It went up to more than 1.5 hours with no intention to end the call. So he's not only a dedicated scientist, but also a responsible citizen to portray scientific treasures of our Indian ancient knowledge. So this made me keen to bring such person to ask students to know about how he chiseled his career and how he is self-motivated. I'm sure the session will be of a great value to all the students attending the session. And I don't want to take much time of the session from sir. Sir, over to you.
Please. I hope, yes. Very good evening, my dear students. I hope roughly 7,500+ participants are there all over the globe. But it's my, let me share my screen. I'll come back to you. Yes. Hope screen is also visible, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go
I,
ahead.
yeah, you guys actually got a good intro about me and what was me and what I was now. But I just want to share you guys where I start my career and what made me to reach here. Yes, as Madam and Professor Chandra sir, Dr. Chandra sir, they have exposed that I have this many publications. I do agree. Yes, I am 99 not out. In fact, 99 publications out of that 55 Scopex index. I hope you might be. I am telling about the kids. You kids might be having less idea about what is this Scopex index, what is this science citation index, and all. But of course, I just want to let you know I'm at 99 not out, and I'm very happy. This is the first section, it seems, and I'm the first speaker for this series. I'm happy that I could able to ignite the lamp for you guys in a good way. Okay, and that's all about me. And okay, why should I be here? Why should I be here? That is what you may think that I'm here to motivate you guys. I'm something I'm going to honor you guys or going to speak my technical stuff what I did. No, I'm really make you understand where we are, where we should be. These two things you have to make it clear: where we are and where we should be. In fact, these two steps has to be clear. And to be more open, every day we have to decide something, right? Every day we have to decide on something that you can do and that you will do. 2 points. I hope you could able to understand what I meant. Every day actually you have to decide on something that you can do and that you will do. This is how the transformation of your life has to be stepped forward. These are all the small steps that you have to take. Something, say, for example, uh, daily spend 1 minute time. I'm not asking you guys, I am not going to grab all your, yes, of course, another 60, 70 minutes I'll be grabbing yours. But still, now I'm just asking you guys, grab yourself, just 1 or 2 minutes you grab yourself. What I did, I'm just telling what I did in my whole throughout this last 1 decade or 2 decades, right from the age of 18 or 17. And I will come back to you guys what are the parameters I have crossed, all those things. 1 minute you try to identify at least one thing in your life that is not necessary. 1 minute you have to identify in your whole in your life, and you have to identify at least one thing that is not necessary for you. And say it can be called as kill the life. Kill the life in my way. If I tell in my way, kill the life. That life doesn't and kill, and you identify something and which is not necessary for your life, and try to kill it by today itself. And try to kill it by today. So it might be so I okay, it might be specific family members, alcohol, whatever may, let it be. But if you find that is toxic to you, kill that by today itself. um, and this is what actually, yes, we are passing through a thick way. In fact, there is no time for us. You have to take yourself in such a way. You are actually traveling in a thick way in the sense you are very busy. Right from eating, sleeping, studies, careers, growth, you are very busy, and you have to travel a thick way. Hurdles, politics, internal politics, external politics, and overcoming competitions, all those things. That is what I meant, the thick way. Yes, of course. Then you have to understand, in, there is no time for us for frustration, depression, anxiety, anger, and for any unpleasant things which is happening in your life. I hope first 5 minutes I killed for spending something which has to be killed from your end. And now, yes, let me move into this habit of searching and habit of learning. How actually I started. Before that, I will let you know how actually I started. So if yes, I have produced this much stuff for research, and particularly in aerospace engineering and aviation sector. Yes, where I started research, of course, you might be having a wrong idea. It may be right idea, maybe wrong or right idea, whatever. You might be having a essence of idea. Research is something this or something innovation, something you have to build out. Even I was at the age of I think at my 2004 at my engineering sector. I thought research is something I am going to innovate something. No, research you can start by saying it with around yourself. Research is there. No, I'm taking an example how you have to build your career. It is not all about research. I will come to that. How you can be an entrepreneur, everything. So take an example. If you want to survey something on say the people around you or the circulation of the vegetables and how much toxic content is available in the vegetable, you can have a survey on that, produce a data, put it in a good picture, submit to a excellent in international journal or national journal. So this can be done, right? Yeah, of course. What I understood is this can be done. What is around you? Take if you guys are an MBA student or a business administration student. Okay, you can take that analysis on vegetables available in the market. You can take the analysis of vegetables available in the market. At how where they has been manufactured, how much travel it has been taking place, how this prices are actually varying. These areas you can work out, convert that into a data, produce it initially at the first step of your research. This is all. If you are going for an entrepreneur, I hope I don't know how you guys are with your family members. You can actually work with your father. In fact, during my vacation, I hope for other guys, to be more deep, more frank, my friends used to play fun at me. But I used to with my father, and that to a piston engine repairing unit. That is what I've intended to test. The habit of searching and habit of learning. These two should be there. First, what I told, kill something from you first. Then habit of searching and habit of learning. So where I started, now an aerospace engineer. That is okay. 99 publications. Yes, I do agree. But I started from piston engine repairing unit. Can you imagine me in that place, like building shops and all? I used to spend my right from 8th standard, 9th standard. I normally used to spend my vacations there in this bike mechanic shops, piston engine mechanic shops. Not out of money. I'm just eager to learn something. That's it. Not out of my later stages. I used to be with my father, and how actually that helped me. Now I have the capability, and I was being invited to many countries for piston engine assembling seminars and workshops, wherein I could able to assemble a normal single cylinder piston engine within 60 to 75 minutes. So I'm doing those options. Yeah, of course, those stuffs are already available at social medias or somewhere. So where I bought is from the low level, what we call is mechanic shop. I used to spend my career there. Initially, I started there, and then habit of learning. Then I searched for learning. For learning, I just want to ask you only one step. Mm, Can you? I hope you can come in the chat box, right? I hope you can come in chat box in a good way. Guys, you can come in chat box.
Yes, sir, they can come.
Okay, they can. If but or you can even speak, or you can come in chat box, or you can tell to madam. I will ask you a very small question. One small, just before entering I just want to make you understand that this learning habits where the flaws are happening. At what time you normally woke up? Say from your heart, for just exaggeration, don't tell. Like, just tell me what time you actually woke up and what time you actually but early to bed and early from bed. How many of you guys really doing that? Very few. In fact, what I understood is very few might be doing that. How many of you guys might be doing early to bed and early to bed and early from bed? Very few guys will be doing that.
Students can raise your hands and show your
Yeah,
symbols
it
also.
can. I just want these things to be
Karthikeyan says he wakes up at 7, between 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Naveen
Yeah,
says,
I can see. Kindly interact with me. I'm really there for you guys. 5 a.m. That's great. 7 a.m. Yeah. Okay. In an average, 6, 7, 8. These are all the areas which you are running. Let me tell you one thing. I'm not exaggerating and telling you. I'm telling the fact. Even in my family, there will be always a friction. because by morning 6 o'clock, every day morning by 5:30 to 6, I will wake up, and after that I will disturb them. It used to happen in my life, and that is happening in my life for past 2 decades. Can you imagine? Even my mother used to tell me, past 2 decades, someone is going 11 to bed and wake up by 6. So ensure that you are moving by 9:30 to 10. Your sleep time mention, make it confirm. So for this, I will let you know only one question, one suggestions I will give you. What this early wake up and early from bed and early to bed, this concept is what our actual tradition is. Our Indian actual tradition is that. But what we did, we were what we are following the tradition of an ex person. No, I'm not telling anything wrong. We are following a tradition of a ex person, wherein normally our stuff is brahmamuhurtam morning by 6 we have to wake up, and by 9:30 10 we have to go to the bed. This is what actually we have to do. But what actually we are following, one fellow I came to India, he has made us slave. He has made us slave, and he killed a bunch of people, and we are following that tradition, wherein we are not in a position to follow our own tradition. This has, you have to relocate yourself. What is our tradition? What is our food habit? What actually we have to eat? What actually our tradition is? This. And now for this, for adding this particular point, I would like to add one more question. uh, who actually invented aircraft? It's a very basic question. Right from 10th standard, you might be having some ideas. Just interact, or you can speak, or you can come in chat box. Who actually invented aircraft? Right, brothers. Excellent. Any more answers? Karthikeyan. Yes, it is right, brothers. Okay, let the answer be there. Who actually invented aircraft? Okay, fine. There is an answer, right, brothers? I'll come to that point later. If at all you have answers, you can come in the chat box. So now, what actually I did in my life, killed these lies, and I normally broke out something from my exact life and came out. That is nothing. What I did in the sense, I used to go always for cricket, and I stopped that because I know, I am aware that now I'm not a good player, and I really don't want to spend time on that. So I went for this mechanic shit there and all. I started learning things. That's it. And break the grade and position assumed. And you might be having some what something in your mind that you are this, you are this. Say the major problem with the youngsters is, after finishing degree you are going somewhere and you will keep on doing sitting in a cabin or room with the AC. No, I'm not degrading you, I'm just telling the fact what I found from the youngsters. They are having a basic thought in their mind. After finishing the degree, someone will call you and give you an appointment order, and you will sit in a 10 cross 10 or 20 cross 20 room, and you will put some signature, and every month, at the end of the month, they will pay you 50,000 or 1 lakh. This is what actually around 85 percentage of the um, students are having this mentality. You have to break this. You understand, be humble, be down to earth. Nothing wrong if you go in a supermarket and working for this GST division or tax filing division during the vacation. Nothing wrong. Let people tell something, don't bother about that. For BBA students or MBA students, I'm telling, nearby there will be a shopping mall or a supermarket. Talk to them, or your parents might be having link with them. Go there, work in a GST division. There will be GST division or IT division. You know, GST every day or every month they have to keep on updating the bills, else that will be a very big trouble. Or in the IT section, or in the logistics section, how much input, how much market is going on, analysis division. That practically you, I'm aerospace guy, but still I'm telling in terms of business point of view, you do those steps. So that is all. Then remember, oh my God, my things are. Remember, we are actually human. Am I right? That should be, there should be there is a huge gap, particularly in this generation. What I understood is unnecessary egos. We actually have unnecessary egos. Something we are not in a position to specifically identify something, and even what even there are few guys in my practical life I have understood, even the full lifetime for a people right now that is the scenario. It takes a lifetime for people to understand that they are human. Right now that is the scenario. It takes a lifetime for people to understand, that they are human. And to be more funny, I'm just saying, they need a heart attack or the appearance of a nasty lump somewhere at their body to remind them that they are human. They need a heart attack or they need a nasty lump somewhere. Only then they are understanding that they are human. That is the position now. And choose to live intelligently. Yes, of course, always we love to be that. Um, quality, intelligent, up and quality. Oh my god, there is some okay, intelligent, quality, and humbleness. As I always rely on humbleness. Always I used to sit anywhere. I'm such a person. And there is no bad, good and bad. That you have to understand. There is no good and bad. There is no good and bad. Do you understood what actually I meant in that point? I will make things more clear. um, what reflecting around you? Is my video is visible? Oh yes, visible.
It's visible, sir. Your video
Okay,
is
okay,
still
okay.
visible.
Yeah. Yeah. You should not think that this is good, this is bad. What actually reflecting around you is actually you. Should only be a reflection of what is around you. I hope you got the point. This may be opposite sex, whatever, some moral stuffs, or the outer and inner phenomena, what you are getting with it. And in fact, to be more core to the point, what I told, there is no good or bad. You get corrupted when actually I used to get corrupted when I am with such situation. That happens. We are human. That is what I told you. You have to accept that you are human. We are not that robo or machines or programmed MATLAB coding. We are human. And you get corrupted by what is around you. And yes, the fun is to be more fun. Yeah, when you have opinions about everything, you are corrupted, in fact. Better you have an opinion, self opinion on yourself. What I did in my life at the I think BTech second year, I did this. I am not supposed to play cricket, and this is what my life is. Got it? You get corrupted by what is around you. What is around you only. And yes, the fun is what I got to, yes, as I told, when you have opinions about everything, you are getting corrupted, in fact. Okay. Now I will move into that my learning phenomena. Uh, yes, as I told, I was into this sector of mechanic field, piston engine repairing units during the vacations, and I have given you also motivation where you should be. Now I will give you one. Now I want to fill you. You guys has to fill the chat box. I have given you two parameters. Yes, most of you guys has told that right brother is the guy. The way of learning, how deep we are actually learning, how we have been corrupted. I'm coming to that point with a practical example. Now you say who actually invented aircraft? Kindly go through my slides, and at least one or two guys kindly come in the chat box. I will be very happy if you guys come in chat box. I'll be very happy if you guys come in chat box. I hope I have given you Shivahar and Wright brothers. Wright brothers 1903, and it is 1895 in India we have flown. Now you may come to a conclusion what we learned for this many days is wrong, and that is the fact. Yes, wrong. Yeah, yes, Karthikeyan is now the same Karthikeyan. Sorry for using your name. I hope I'm branding you right. In your point of view, I'm branding you. Okay, fine. Well, Mr. Karthikeyan. Yes. Actually, first you told right brother. Now you told the other guy. So what we learned and in what way we have been injected, the education system right from 8th standard is troubling us. And let them trouble. We have to learn, dive deep. That is the concept which I intended to tell. Now, okay, mouse, yes. Yeah, yeah. And again, I will use the same card again. Now, right, brother, and we are you now you are telling what's a Shivaga. Okay, fine. Are you sure with this answer? As I told, okay, Dr. Lal came, Dr. JVM, as Devi Madam used to tell Dr. JVM. Dr. JVM told, okay, fine. Now from today onwards, this is this. No, you have to dive deep. Now I will let you know. In Vedic science, now the way I'm talking about Vedic science, this is the research area which I'm working on, and I have a huge team working on this area. What we learned, there is a fiction what we called Valmiki has wrote some story wherein Ravana used an aircraft. Ravana used an aircraft to kidnap Sita with the help of Pushpaha Vimana. With the help of Pushpaha Vimana. I hope you agree with this too. Valmiki wrote a fiction. Let it be fiction. I'm using the word fiction. I'm not using that is a exact live stuff or whatever. Fiction. Let it be fiction. Valmiki wrote that Ravana used aircraft to kidnap Sita and take it to Sri Lanka with the help of Pushpaha Vimana. And what it has been told in 123 Kanda chapter 123, Veda Kanda chapter 123, what it is told, that Ravana used brain power. That is, for all we humans, we have brain power. We have brain power. The frequency level is there. If we think, if we keep on dreaming something, it will be happening. It is not about dream. We have to keep on initiating something, it will happen. That is called thought power. That has been wrote 3,000 of years back. And that is what he used, thought power. Then people played fun. Is it possible to fly with thought power? That, this and all. Okay, this was the story. And before that, Gaja Vimana, Grodha Vimana, with chart cards Vimana, Kingfishers, many stuff was there. Let it be there. And this was some olden literature. There was Vimanas like this that has been proven very recently in some. Let it be. Now, Pushpa Vimana, what for they used? Yes, I discussed what for they used, and who gave to Ravana, Lord Rama, and who is Kubera. Kubera is the Lord of Wealth. He has given to Rama. And okay, those stories. Let it be fiction. And I will come to the point. It is thought power. It is, as it is more technical, but it is interesting story. I hope I am not moving that technical, and it is, you guys are interesting to listen. Am I right? Can I believe that you guys are interested to listen? Let it be thought power. Very recently, kindly fill in chat box. I'll be happy. Okay. Very recently, what has happened in very recently, 2003. This was the route. What as per Valmiki concept, this was the journey, and who gave how many distance it had flown. How it has flown with the help of the intelligence or the artificial pilot stuff, which is used was thought power. Okay, fine. Valmiki told it is thought power. Now, very recently, there was a very recently, yes, Miss Tina, thank you. Very recently, there was a professor who was sitting in an auditorium, and she was sitting in that auditorium. There was one vehicle, it was flying automatically, and it was roaming around the auditorium, around that particular auditorium. Okay. Then that professor, I think it is there, Benhi, what he has told in the sense, we have flown this with the help of thought. He was actually having an antenna, and one object was flying its own. There is no remote control. There is no pilot inside, autopilot system. A small object is roaming around the auditorium. One fine morning, what has happened? Thank you, Akila. Okay, then it has been proved very recently that thought power, with the help of thought power, something can be done. Some object can be moved. So now I will ask to Mr. Karthikeyan. Valmiki is a fiction. Now it is Shivashankar, Shivagar, or what? Wright brothers or Kubera? Who is the first man? Mr. Karthikeyan, you can come in the chat box, or whoever may, Priyadarshini, Tina, whoever may. As I told you guys that first we started from Wright brother, then I have given you one option, you come out with that. Now things are confusing. But you have to come to a statement how much we have been corrupted in the name of education for this many years. Yes, this many years. Let Valmiki be a fiction, but you have to agree one thing. He is the first man to tell about aviation to the globe. Do you agree with that? He is not right. To the 1903 was not the age for aircraft. 6,000, 3,000 years back. aviation has been there. Thought power is proven, and even even in my YouTube, you can access how we are flying with the help of thought power. Well, a few students actually working under me in this digital avionics area and thought power areas. So now thought power, that is what Valmiki told. Now you are totally confused. It is not right, brother. It is not him. It is not him. Who knows? So up to 6,000, 3,000 years, 3,000 to 6,000 years back, we have evidence that someone has at least told about aviation or aircraft. It is not 1903. Do you agree? So this is how you have to learn. That is why I use that word. You get corrupted by what is around you only. And when you have opinions about everything, you are corrupted. And that is what I put it in one small statement: reflection of what is around you. That is what good or bad. It doesn't mean this person is good or this person is bad. All are good, but the situations make someone bad, and you have to accept. Then acceptance. Okay, fine. Now you have to accept what you are. As I told before, for few months, I'm just using the word few X or Y. It takes a lifetime for people to understand that they are human. It happens. So you be a human. Understand that you are human. Find what you have to kill, and find what you have to kill. 1 second. Okay. Now we will enter into this hurdles which I faced and researchers journey. Already 40 minutes it has been killed from my end. Now I will rush up. Hurdles which I faced. Actually, I started my career. I am not interested to mention that particular sector, and I am not supposed to do. Okay, what I faced is we were not having a proper research facility to start with. In fact, I was working with an internal test facility. That is as you are a management student, you may not be aware. There is a flow instrument test facility. As of you just keep in mind a flow instrument test facility, where inside that test section has to be calibrated. There was no instrument, and even my higher officials or lower officials or assistants or lab assistants nowhere in a position to take that as a challenge and do something for my research. That actually intended me oh my god, that actually intended me to start with the research. Yes, of course, I faced internal politics, external politics. Yes, then I entered into this job politics was where virtual imbalance, lack of facilities, acceptance around me. People were not able to accept my research area which I spoke about. Even why we want to calibrate, why we want to do this. Now the fun is under that particular area we are having 25 publications, and all the 25 is science citation indexed and Scopex indexed paper. That is what the challenge which I took is particular title wherein no one was ready to work on that title and no one was interested in that area. Now in that area, very soon one of research scholar is getting ready to get her award by another a few months in that area, and I heard it in that area, and I could able to produce extraordinary publications also. This is how the hurdles you face, you have to overcome. You keep on overcoming. So what I told, as I started my career as a mechanical engineer, then I fought with the dive deep into the concept and understood what our tradition is and where we are doing mistake. I could able to understand that we are doing mistake here and there. And where we did mistake, all those. Okay, fine. Now yes, university rules was also a hurdle for me. Don't take, you guys don't think university rules as a hurdle. Okay, this is for your good stuff. Actually your university rules are for good things. And yeah, these are a few snaps when I was with different locations and different areas which you can see I used to weld, I used to drill, and I were into all the systems. I am not a person that I will sit inside a AC cupboard or somewhere and I will teach the students. I started my career in a different way and different slab which way I was using. And yes, that now I will come to this point. Now I where I reached. Yes, at the age of 37, 99 not out. Yes, one more run I have to run, right, for my century. Okay. And 3 books I wrote. These are the book titles. Yeah, in that book also there is a book called My Research Journey. You can see here at the second title. That was my research journey on flow instrument measurements. Yes, 8 PhD scholars, one PhD scholar already done. And yes, at this age, what as of now, I will ask you guys, am I done for this age? Am I done or yet to be? What you feel at the age of this? What is in your mind? Please be interactive. Am I not? I hope I am not boring you guys. Right? I'm just sharing my experience, which may trigger you guys here and there. Okay, I think. Okay, few guys may think that I am achieved as at this age, this much publication, this much book wrote, and this much PhD students are doing under me. It's really good, sir. Okay, fine. And this is what I am not saturated. Still, day I am not saturated. What I did, these are all the associations I made. Around last 5 years, what once I crossed that particular barrier, all these companies came into me. All this Aiipltech, Albatross Flying System, Pinnacle, Barola, Aerosjet, Glowing Solutions, and when that John Automobile Engineering Works was my base area. As I told you guys, I spent my vacation as a mechanic. That is what the area is. And now I am working for lovely professional university. So from where to where I have came, that is what. Okay, this was all about the associations which I made within for the past decade. And this is what the assets I earned. I have my, as Devi madam has told. As Devi, yes, thank you Maharajan, thank you Tina. My own shopping mall, John Plaza, Vijaya, then my own house, and on progress new. And again, yes, Mother's Millets. That is what the new product I am into the market with healthy products. Okay, and you can tag me anytime. I will give you about what actually this Mother's Millets is, how it is. That has also reason why I am into this Mother's Millets product. That has also reason as traditional values. Whenever we speak about health mix, normally we tell Horlicks, Bonvita. I'm not branding that particular whatever health mix or non-health mix. I am not going to address this in this platform. That you just take a spoon of Horlicks or whatever give it in a chemistry laboratory and check it out. You will understand what actually this is. Is it a health mix or a toxic mix? I'm not addressing anything here. Okay, this is actually purely grain products. I'm sorry. I'm another. I think by another 15 June 20. June 20. Yes, June 20 is my birthday. On that day, this product will be in the market. So now you may speak. I'm an aerospace engineer. I'm having shopping malls. I'm having millets products, and I'm writing research. So this is how you should be dedicated here and there wherever possible. And I'm doing everything for society. I'm not doing anything for me. Might be, yes, yes, Mr. Selvam mindset, yeah, whatever. Yes, it might be my mindset. If you want to do something on this different dimension, you have to clear your mindset. That is what I intended to tell. That's good. Okay. Now this is what the asset earned. Hunger. I'm not stopped at. I think another 11 minutes are there. I will kill you or another 11. My hunger is not stopped on research or on towards society or whatever. I'm actually carving towards the what I can do more for the society. I'm not limited here with. So what I intended very soon, I'm now having tie-up with different organization and industries. Now my next slab, which is not yet implemented, and I hope if by God's grace and if I am giving, as I am giving that much traditional value to the society, I'm damn sure one fine morning I will inaugurate this also. Dr. Lal Advanced Center of Research and Development Foundation, wherein a chemistry guy, physics guy, English guy, here Sanskrit, anyone can do their research here. and that too with extraordinary research facility. Full and full for MS and PhD program. That is what in my mind is. Just under a foundation called LIPS Foundation. This is actually my foundation which I am working on. Equipment, research, supervision, global experts, the facilities which what we are planning is. And yes, I would like to conclude. Yes, I hope I have killed you guys right where I started first. I hope you remember in this intro. I will be with you for another 20 or 30 minutes, wherein you can decide something that you can do and transform what you can kill something from your heart which is not valued, and come with some small research articles, small programs. Spend your vacation in a positive way. Let it be sports, let it be cricket, let it be supermarket or wherever. Find out your, as I told, find out your strength, spend there. Find out your strength and spend there. Okay, and thank you. And then give traditional values which are irrespective. As you are an Indian, be an Indian. By give traditional values to India, and forget about good or bad. Good and bad is all about you are corrupted because of the society only. What I understood, it may be wrong. I am not telling that I am right. I never tell I am right and I am wrong. What I understood I am telling. You will feel once, if you, I hope that might be my success too. And yes, now you may please comment chat box, or you can put your queries and about how you
We
have
will, yes, sir,
done.
if you are done, then we can open the session for question answer, because interaction brings more insight to
I'm there
your
for inside
expressions.
for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we can go for that. If the screen share, I think, sir, do you want the screen share?
Yeah, no, I will close it up.
Yeah.
I think,
Yes. So I'll
right?
go to the setting and we'll check whether we can. Uh, yeah.
Now kindly fill the queue box. I'm there to help you. If at all I am into that system, sure I'm there.
Yeah, ma'am, I think
Okay.
those who ask the questions will
Can
raise
raise
their hands
hand.
and we'll unmute them so that
Yeah, sure.
they can.
Those who have questions, please raise your hands.
We'll unmute them, then and they can ask the questions. Like Karthikeyan, yes, raise your hands. You can unmute him.
Yeah.
Hope I have shared you in all possible way.
It was really interesting, sir. It is really interesting to see like how from the bottom level you have reached this level, and it's quite interesting, sir. So nice to have you on the platform.
I never degraded or appreciated anything. Just be humble. Find out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sir, you can unmute yourself. Sorry.
I think you can unmute.
Yes, yes, I have unmuted.
Yeah, yeah. You can, participants can unmute themselves and then can start question answer session.
Yeah. Karthikeyan, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you for this nice session, sir.
Thank you very much.
And my question is, I have this question for a year. The thing is, everywhere we go, like BPO sectors, IT sectors, and manufacturing industries, nowadays everything is becoming automation. So people are losing jobs. The manpower is being reduced. Even I went to a restaurant in Ramapuram.
Okay.
It is actually a robotic restaurant.
Hmm.
There was no manpower there. There is no servants. Everything is programmed in the robotic machine. The machine can cook up to 100 varieties of biryani.
God, okay, that's great.
Also, they are exporting the robotic machine to all over the world. So, if like this automation is updated, means how people will survive who are working.
That's an interesting question. Before that, I will let you know, for your perception, you felt that in that particular restaurant, the job opportunity has came down. I do agree. In fact, you find the other end. Automation, there is a imbalanced idea within the society. Automation, a computerized engineer, that asset, a manufacturing company, there plenty of scheduling, marketing agent, HR, engineers, researchers, and supply management. That the restaurant has to be purchased. A purchase department is there, and from that, after purchasing, a monthly inspection, installing team is there, and then maintenance team is there. So imagine, so don't think a robo is there in that restaurant, nothing. I do agree. Behind that robo, how big the process is. Could you able to follow what I'm intended to tell?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Behind that robo, manufacturer, a company, under that company, plenty of, right from sweepers to the scientists. And then the product has to be marketed. Guys like you, MBA, BBA. And then the market has to be gone to the purchasing department, accounts, chartered account, those people. And then only it is coming to what? The slab, what we call that restaurant. So this is how you have to analyze. Nothing is going to stop us if you are qualified. And for that, I will give you a funny joke. Don't take it into too deep as a party or politics or whatever. There was few peoples in Tamil Nadu, they were telling, don't put vaccination. And the same people are begging to the society, please put vaccination. Do you agree? So this is how,
Yes,
there
sir.
is nothing is going to stop. People can come out with plenty of perception. Artificial intelligence is not going to stop anything. It will actually improve a job in a different scenario. That's it. That you have to find out. Scheduling. If you are an artificial intelligence company, if you are going, you should have a base idea about logistic and scheduling. If you could able to study that supply chain and logistic, yes, of course. You also having job opportunities in robo company. Did I answer your question? Are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Now I
you.
understood.
Thank you, Karthik. And he was the guy who was more interactive with me. That's great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm happy to Savita College that there are students who can come out with plenty of ideas.
No, this batch is very bright and we are very proud. This batch, we have students who are very, very, very smart.
Yeah.
And
Happy everyone.
they
See, all
they
are smart.
yes, they will ask any questions and very sensible
please
questions.
let them
They
ask.
ask. That's why even we thought you
So
should come and address them.
feel free to ask me and
Yeah.
feel free to contact me. I will never feel bad. If I know, I will tell. I told as right from beginning, I'm telling. I'm very humble. If I don't know, I will tell directly. I don't know, dear. Please leave me.
Actually, you have been talking quite long time about all your difficulties and how you paved your path. But
Yeah.
one incident I want to bring it to everyone knowledge. Maybe you have not mentioned. You have
Yes,
taken
I understood.
rebirth.
I will let you. I will let.
Yeah, yeah, you have taken a rebirth. I have to say that it is a rebirth. How many number of days you have been
For
in
all your
ICU
students, let me
without
tell you one
conscious?
thing, and madam, I will tell them. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, of course, that will motivate them. February 12th, I faced a rough accident, and in fact, two hospital rejected me, and even now I am facing big trouble with some other issues. But after that accident, this is my first seminar, and I hope I could able to. Am I bouncing back? Yeah, you may not be aware of how I was, but still, do you feel that I faced that much rough accident, and 33 days I was in ICU? Did you felt anywhere there? And that is, I'm feeling comfortable now. Once I am back, and the madam invited me and given me an opportunity, and this is a rebirth for me, to be more frank. I thought, I really don't know, even now I don't know last 60 days what has happened with me from February 12th to March 29th. I don't know what actually happened to me. But and the best part is my hunger, and my hunger towards the research. After that, I published 5 papers within this 1 month. The old papers, everything I brush up, I put it in the journal, I put the review, I submitted it, and it got published in IEEE Explorer. And yes, my research team was also working for me. Thank you. Please.
And yeah, I failed to mention that you are an eminent speaker and publisher for Emerald.
Yes. 2 3 excellent article I have published in Emerald also. And
Yeah,
madam,
one major reason, JVM sir, one major reason you have been invited for our student is, even after meeting the death and then taking a rebirth, coming back, You're within a month, you published 5 articles,
Oh.
that too in all top journals, international journals. So this is
First, I want to
actually
thank you, Savita Engineering College.
yeah, inspiration. I wanted to
You
make an
considered
inspiration
me,
for
you
us.
given me a chance. You kept belief on me that even after accident, that Dr. Lal can do something for the society.
Yes, I
That
think
belief. And
yes, you
that
are
is
an
humanity. I spoke in my
exemplar.
session. You be a human.
Yes, you are an exemplar for our student. You are a best example, like how you can still come out from ashes like a phoenix.
Thank you.
That's a right
Okay,
word.
I'm very pleased. Okay, and there was a question, Pooja Jagannathan. Out of 99 publication, which one was very interesting? It's a, it's a tough question to answer because yes, I can tell which publication was much interesting for me, but my team might be listening from all over the globe who were working with me, my pass out students and my research team, and even from Australia, Canada, America, India, everywhere. My research scholars are there. Yes, actually, they know me well and they won't feel bad. My excellent area, which I felt this publication part is radiating shock layer area, because that was the, as I told you before, one area which I started and I dropped, and the second area I did not got facility. I made the facility and I achieved it. The first which I dropped is radiating shock layer area, my research, and in that I could able to publish plenty of stuff. To be more frank, there was AAP series journals also in that radiating shock layer area. And now I'm very much fascinated to uh, ancient science and ancient technology, traditional values. Why the ancestors gone this much wrong, including me? I'm not young, right? Okay. You may not consider. Okay, whatever. Why the human beings gone corrupted? So the reason is traditional value. I hope I have shared my research links that may help you to understand my research area. Anyhow, your management students may not be helping, but still, you just
You can copy and paste to the chat box, so they
okay,
can save it.
okay. I will paste it.
Yes, thank you, sir.
My few research areas. These profiles will give you some idea about my research area. Yes, 99 not out. Out of 99. Okay, out of 99. I'm not out. Okay, I will hit 100.
I
I will
told,
hit.
right, my students are very witty.
I will try to hit Rohit Sharma 264 before this span lifespan. That's
Our
top.
students are very smart this way.
So,
Okay.
so that I can tell, I'm Rohit Sharma is the first man to is not the man to hit 164. I'll hit 165.
Yes.
Sorry, 265.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually, I have one more question.
please.
Like as I said, it goes on and on and on, but there are many listeners. But this one question I want to ask you. You are a consultant for many aviation companies,
Yes,
right?
yes,
MNC companies.
yes.
You tell one problem which you solved for them,
Hmm.
brought you an international recognition.
Okay, I will let you know. In India, there are some facilities called the supersonic test facilities. I hope how I can make you understand as manager. Yeah, if you drop a word, it will reach the ear within fraction second. You agree with that? Yes. So that velocity of that sound, the sound is having a velocity. So imagine a airflow 2 times, 3 times the flow of this sound velocity. Imagine the speed of the air. So if you could able to measure that, that will be a difficult task for the research society. And through Ediban group I could and Aiipltech group I could able to install supersonic wind tunnel test facilities, and we have solved some calibration parts, and that was interesting to them. This was one area which we did, and the other area what we did is few aircraft giving, even you might have gone seen in always in some engineering colleges, if they are having aeronautical, there will be a small Cessna. They will limit to that. But simulation, having the apt of simulation, if they sit inside the cockpit, they could able to take the result in the laptop. Could able to follow? You are sitting inside a car, and if you could able to take the readings of how your cars are going in a laptop, that will help you. So that problem we solved, and it has been installed in 2-3 universities also. And that yes, of course, my publications and research area, that will give you. And sir, please, can you post your books? Yes, I can post my books, which is available in Amazon. I will share it. Did you got it? These books are available at Amazon. I hope I have shared you. Please be interactive. I am with you guys. I am really enjoying, because after facing this big accident, I feel that I got some. I'm really excited and happy. Have opinions, having opinions, more like different perspective. Look, everyone have opinions. For if I tell about that is what I gave an example. Vaccine, it is mandatory, but there was a opinion we should not use vaccine, wherein we Indians telling to our Indians that the product manufactured by an Indian is a stupid one. Imagine how worst we are. An Indian telling to the society, that means to an Indian, a product which is manufactured by an Indian, that this is a worst product. Imagine how worst we are. So we have opinion for everything. Come out of that. Might be bad, may not, may be good. That is different. But come out of that huddle. Be Indian. Be a human. Then automatically you are an Indian.
Yes, Sandeep, you can unmute yourself and ask your question, Sandeep.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, Sandeep, please.
First of all, you motivate us a lot,
Thank
and
you.
your speech also too good. I had a question, sir. It's not like that. Basically, you did many achieves and success in your researches
Mm.
in your life. Which one and which success make you more enthusiasm and unforgettable moment in your life?
Right question, right question. Good question.
One thing, for the first part of the question, I would like to answer that I have not achieved it. I'm still on hunger. I'm hunting things. I'm in a big hungry. Sorry to tell, I'm really hungry. That is what Dr. Pral for Advanced Research Center. Even may not be that my limit. I'm hungry. First part. I'm not achieved it. Yes, I achieved. Thank you very much for telling me that I achieved this end. Thank you very much. And what was the second question is all about? Sorry to ask. Mr. Sandeep? The first part was, yes, I achieved this.
Which success make you more memorable and enthusiasm?
Memorable. That is nothing my shopping mall. The first shopping mall, 9 years back, we built. And I don't know from where I got that courage to do that. In fact, 90 lakhs plus was the loan which I took. And now I am happy to tell there is zero loan. So on that day, I took that risk. That risk everyone has to take. And I'm happy to address you. One of my student, one Lijo Moon, that may motivate you. That is why I don't think that I am branding him. One Mr. Lijo Moon, he is an aerospace technology from MIT. MIT, India's largest firm. Abdul Kalam has studied at MIT. He used to tell me, I am the Abdul Kalam is my alumni. He used to use that word and play fun at me. Okay, let that be a part. And he's an aerospace engineer from MIT. Now he is an entrepreneur and the owner for live-in product. That means live-in detergent, live-in the toilet cleaner, sanitizer, and he is running that for last 4 years. And he could able to find a turnover of 50 lakhs to 80 lakhs per year. And I'm happy to tell I have mentored him. So my happiness was one milestone is this particular guy Lijomon come out as a entrepreneur and the owner of living product, and he's supplying South India this product, and it is available online also. And the other one is my own shopping mall. I took the risk of the 60 to 80 lakhs loan, and I could able to. But now I'm happy. I have what's that? Cleared the loan also within 8 years.
Actually, for every person starting a business, it's where they have the what is the energy they will have their curiosity, they would be interested to start a business, but somewhere there is always something that pulls them down, is the risk
Risk
taking
factor, and as I
factor.
told, surroundings.
Yes.
The reflection around you, you are corrupted. First part, say, sorry to tell, I'm not hurting anyone, please, sorry to tell. And master engineering student, he might be facing trouble to understand how to what is that register for food association, FSSI. He may not be knowing. And if I ask, I want to develop a company, where I want to register, what is MSME, how to register MSME, these are all some areas wherein we have to incorporate in the education system. People of India, say Mr. Karthikeyan or Selvam or Naveen, whoever may, sorry, X or Y, he want to develop a company, a small scale industry. MSME, how you will register? And as a management guy, he has to explain this to the society, right? But the management student itself doesn't know how we have to register our company in MSME. So this is what I told. A huge revolution has to be made in our education system. We How we are studying? We are studying from Akbar. What about Rajaraja Cholan? There itself, we have been brought up in such a way we are slave. This has to be overcome. I'm sorry, I'm telling the fact, right? Right from 8th standard, if we go to my kids' book and all, there are Akbar is there. But where is Rajaraja Cholan? I don't know. So right from beginning, they have been cultivating the South Indian students, or also whole Indian students, as they are slave. Why not Rajarajan Cholan? Then he will get a build up in his mind that he is something. Sorry, I hope I told the fact. So you come out with the risk factor.
Yeah, Chola dynasty is the wide across the oceans. They have gone up to that Sumatra. That dynasty should be known by everyone. We are two greatest dynasty in India. One is Gupta's dynasty, and another one is Chola
You
dynasty.
forgot it. And
Okay, so
yes, how did you feel your first publication? In fact, I first 3-4 days I don't know that it has been published, and after that only I checked the email and I came to know that it has got published. Of course, I was very happy, because that no one was helping me in that area. And in fact, my area, I will let you know. Yeah, meter. Do I want to type? In India, you will find only me and my associated team. I think so. No one is working. People used to tell, why you choose on this area? Yeah, meter. If you type in Google or flow analyzer, yeah, meter, or yeah, meter, if you type this particular words in Google, you'll understand. Almost 80% of the work done in this area is from Indians, and that too 50% is done by our team, and I'm happy for that.
any
Yes,
other questions from
I hope they enjoyed.
Madam, good
And
evening.
Devi
Sir,
madam,
good
kindly
evening, sir.
give me
short up from them.
Selvam as a question, I hope. Selvam, is it? You can unmute yourself, Selvam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question. You said
Yeah,
you
we'll
took
take
a
it as
risk.
a final question, please. I'm sorry to say this.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
take it as a
let them
final question.
interact. I'm happy.
You said you took risk on investing in the shopping complex.
Yes.
What made you take that risk? At what point you decided I have to do this? I have to take.
I understood why I started my way as an aerospace engineer into the research, why I went for a different particular sector, and why I am now into this millets program, and why I am planning for a research center. Yes. Now, first, why I started this shopping mall business. The reason is, at that time, we were having a mechanic Lal missionary service in my name only. My father was running that. Old and MSME, micro and small scale industry, those areas, they were having a sector. And that was a piston engine repairing unit. Opposite to that, there was an SM market. That was the first shopping mall on those days, which has been erected. At that time, from that point of view, we start off turning our business in a different way. myself, father, and happy to tell you I have a twin brother. That too identical twins. Identical twins. I have a brother that is identical twins. He's an advocate. And we both we sit together, we plant. Why can't we go? Then he is an MBA guy. He's an MBA, LLB, and a doctorate in crime law he's doing. And he's a management guy. MBA, and he's a director for few companies and foundations. And yes, he's an advocate too. And he's doing his research in crime law or Indian Penal Code. Something I don't know, really don't know that area because I am very far away from your management.
How come one of the identical twins become an advocate, another one is an aerospace scientist?
Yes.
Two different.
In fact, he want to be a what is it? In fact, he want to be an advocate. Sorry, doctor. Okay, what was the question? Yeah, why? So from that platform, we planned together and we analyzed a budget, and that budget actually we need this much lakhs. Then what we did, we went for a HDFC bank and we approached them. They were able to help. Then we put a budget plan. If I build this particular shopping mall, this much what loan I am taking, and I will take this much rent money income. Say 2 lakhs I am getting. So what we made is we are living a life, and I am going for a job. Brother is going for a job. My father is having this. We never exaggerated ourselves. That is why I used the word humble. We were living the same life for the 8 years. We didn't take even 1 penny from that income. We were actually paying to the bank. Rent, we will get 2 lakhs or 1 lakh or 2 lakhs. I'm not supposed to tell. We paid that to the bank. We were living the same life. Rice, roti, dal, whatever way. We were living the same life. And still today, I'm not taking that. I'm flying there, flying here. You live a life humbly. What our tradition is, follow that. Why
That
you
may
want to
be
go
the
behind the other
success
tradition?
of what you are now.
Today,
Sir, what you see behind in my background is our college. And
it's
everyone in our college, we are very fond of.
I was able to ask you. And there
Yes,
was a question at
we are very proud the way.
where did you get the idea of millets?
Okay, you're still with the question?
Okay, leave it. Leave it. It has different stories and different
Yeah.
apps. Okay. Actually, it is excellent.
Yes, so you should
One day,
visit.
let Corona go,
Yes, yes,
leave us.
good.
I will visit your campus.
Yeah,
Kindly take me, okay?
Definitely, our students will be very much interested to meet you in person and have an
If they are
interaction.
really interested, I'll be the first one to be happy.
Yes, sir. So that is our background. That is our college, and
Okay.
we are in the 3rd floor.
Take me once there.
Yes.
Dear students, if things are going good, at least one day I will meet you guys. We'll have a good interaction. I hope, good or bad, we will have interaction.
Yeah, definitely they would be
Have
interested.
a interaction.
So Sandhil sir, shall we wind up, sir?
Yeah, madam. Yeah. You can wind up.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sandil sir. I'll take a leave. Thank you. I
No
hope.
problem.
Thank you so much
Very nice.
for staying up.
Very
with
nice
us.
section, sir. Very nice section. Really, it's very good.
Thank you.
I was completely listening to you. What are the things you are doing? That to shopping mall and the other plaza and all. It's really wonderful, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
Thank you.
And Devi
Thank
madam,
you.
kindly share their feedbacks. And,
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. I will
we'll
share
keep
their
contact.
feedback.
Thank you very
Definitely,
much,
sir.
everyone.
Definitely.
Thank you all. I will take a leave. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sir.
Be
Thank
Indian.
you so much, sir. Thank you.
Be an Indian. Bye. Thank you.